Hi. Is anyone there? Oops, I better turn this off. I forgot I had this on. Can you just let me know if you can hear me? Hello. Oh, you guys. I'm really sweaty because I just got done running. And it wasn't an ideal time to go running because I knew that I had to do this coffee with the pastor, but it was just like the only time I can fit it in today. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that. So here I am, a sweaty mess, red-faced, like, it's not ideal, but you know what? It's the thing that I have to do because I need those endorphins flowing through my blood and touching my brain cells and helping me to manage stress and anxiety and everything that's coming along with just living this life, this pandemic life, this life where white supremacy is the constant reality, where tragedy and loss are realities. And so it's just a boundary that I had to make this morning. Like, it's okay to look like crap during the Facebook Live this morning. What you see is what you get. And it's a heart full of love that I'm sending to you all, and I'm thinking about this morning. So I was listening, sorry, got my water somewhere. Hang on. Here it is. I'm dying. I was thinking about, well, I was listening to the Indigo Girls this morning, which there's one particular Indigo Girls song that's like part of my personal liturgy. Good morning, Brittany and Mary and Aurelia and Tori and Tammy. I think that's all I see so far. Oh, Mark. Hey, Mark. Long time no see. So, I was listening to the Indigo Girls this morning. And of course, their like super famous song is Closer to Fine. And it's all about, like, the lyrics of that song are all about navigating tension and mysticism and times when we don't have all the answers. And there's the famous, the line is, the less I seek my source for some definitive, the closer I am to find, which I take to mean like the less I can seek to like try to hold on to something that's tangible or capital T truth, you know, the more peaceful I can exist in this world. And it was just speaking to me this morning, and so I wanted to talk about songs as liturgy. And so part of my role at Peace of Christ Church is as pastor of worship, and a lot of people talk about the worship as either it's the word is sort of reduced down to like the service we call our service or our gathering worship, which I think is just a shorthand that's come down and it's not actually accurate, or we're calling the songs worship. And I actually have said several times I wish that that my title could be something more precise, because I think those words don't quite mean what it is that I do. I wish that it could be like pastor of paying attention, or pastor of attending to the divine. I don't know, something. But that would be, it would be like it would be clumsy. It would be clumsy language. So anyway, part of my role is to choose the songs that we sing together in our gatherings, and I take it super, super seriously. I take that role, like that. The repertoire that we sing together at Peace of Christ Church is my, it's something that I put such effort into and such intention, and I just cultivate it. And I listen to so many songs that I would not bring into the repertoire before I can get one that I would. And it's really hard. It's really hard to find congregational songs for a progressive community. And I've gotten to where I can listen to like 30 minutes of 30 seconds, like 30 seconds in, and I can know if I think this is something that I would choose. So I just skip right on. So I listen to a lot of 30-second snatches of like Christian worship music. But I want to know, so tell me in the comments, please, what are the songs that are part of your personal liturgy? Whether they're sacred or secular, I don't care. I mean, I consider the Indigo Girls part of my personal liturgy. Larry recently told me about Rising Appalachia. And oh my gosh, those songs have become some of my personal liturgy. What are some more? I grew up listening to a lot of gospel music, and so like I can sing probably still entire albums of Mary Mary and Out of Eden, because those songs were on repeat in my life as a young person, and I can still, like, they're part of my liturgy. When I can still remember to go, get the shackles off my feet so I can dance, I just want to praise you. Like, that's Mary Mary. So what part of what liturgy does is it carves pathways in our consciousness. It carves pathways in that we can come back to, grooves that we can access when things are hard. And so when we can't do the praising and the dancing, there's still a groove in our consciousness and in our spiritual, in our memory, in our common memory, to help us there. And so I consider songs to be such an important part of liturgy because music is so integral to humanity, and like every human civilization in history has practiced and does practice some form of music or chanting or rhythmic repetition, drumming or what have you. And it's even thought, anthropologists and scientists think that the origins of human language, oh, you guys are listing some songs. Okay, I'm going to come back. The origins of human language came from the cooing and humming that mothers did toward their babies, that mothers speaking in these like prehistoric vocalizations before human language was even, before we had definitive languages, that singing, that like a mother singing to her child was the beginning of language, which I just find such so brilliant and beautiful as a person who values the divine feminine, that this divine feminine relationship could have been the origin of all the languages we know now. Who knows if it's actually true? Anthropologists think it is. I researched it. Okay, here we go. Yeah, let me see all these. Okay, Chris Rice. Yep, 2002. Okay, I'm not familiar with that one, but I'm gonna pick it up. Aurelia says, I've written the most sermons to the Brilliance, Fun, Mumford & Sons, Civil Wars, and Fleet Foxes. Yep, laid back. It's so interesting. I'm not a person who listens to music nonstop. I can't. And the reason is because if music is happening, I can't not focus on it. Therefore, I can't multitask. Like, if music is happening in a room, I have to pay attention to the lyrics, and I have to, like, be listening for, like, the bass line. And so it's not productive for me to listen to music all the time. So if I'm working, I don't have music playing. Yeah, empowered listening to funk and soul and hip hop. Yeah, same. My Cathedral and Face of Christ from Chris Rice. Buddy Holly, Jimi Hendrix, Zeppelin, Lightfoot, Dave Matthews. Oh, metal music. Yeah, I don't have that connection to metal music, but that's cool. Yeah, gospel music. Brittany says. Ooh, triggered protection mantra. I remember you singing that. I've been listening to a lot of lately And it seems to be, because it's not in English, it doesn't cause me to be so distracted. Deva Premal's Sanskrit chanting it's so beautiful. It calms me and soothes me, and I don't know what she's saying because it's in Sanskrit. But so many songs, they connect to our emotions, they connect to our empathy. And you guys know what I always say. I always say singing is a physical act that helps us access our what? Spiritual selves. So songs are liturgy, and they're part of the sacred and collective work that we do. And we can utilize songs to help us carve those healthy grooves, those healthy liturgical grooves in our souls, and help us to remember truths that we want to remember. Like, here's another line that I find myself singing to my kids a lot. This is from a Gillian Welch song called Annabelle. And the line is, "You cannot have all things to please you, no matter how we try, until we've all been to Jesus. We can only wonder why." I sing that line all the time because we can't have all things to please us, no matter how we try. And that's just a part of my liturgy that happens in my mind. And I think we all have our own. And it makes me so gratified. Someone said to me yesterday that they love the music at Peace of Christ Church, which maybe you do and maybe you don't. I can't please everybody. Cannot have all things to please us. Although I do try. But, I have had this goal of us creating a common memory through song. Us having, being able to say, "In winter, I believe you. In springtime, I see you. It's so good to be with you. My hope has come." That's from Cherry Blossoms by Andy Squires. And for us to be able to sing, "Glory, glory, hallelujah."
Mommy.
Hey, I'm on the internet. Can you wait a bit? Do you want to say hey? This is Temple. She's still in her pajamas. Can you wait just a minute? I'll be with you in just a minute. I'm almost done. I probably need a good apple or something. What are other lines that strike me as so hopeful and peaceful that I hope become part of our common memory together? And I was thinking about This Wild Earth, which is one of the ones that I've more recently put into the repertoire. And it's, "Every soul upon the restless sea, hold on. Every heart that yearns for what will be, hold on. Every corner of this wild earth, peace." So what are your songs as liturgy? And everything is liturgy, you guys, but especially songs, because they impact us in such an emotional... Days of Elijah, Beatles, Motown, Peter, Paul, and Mary. So much of James Taylor is in my personal liturgy, too. I could probably think of Brandy Carlisle is pretty much Hung the Moon, if you ask me. Alicia Keys also Hung the Moon. And Beyonce. But I think music is so important to human experience. I think music connects us. It helps us to process emotions. It helps us to lament and to process grief and trauma, which was what we need to be doing right now. So many lyricists are poets in our society, and oftentimes the poets are the prophets in a society. So that's just what I'm thinking about this morning, and I'm looking forward to the day that we all get to sing together again and comfort ourselves and soothe ourselves with music, and also be in the same space, breathing the same air together when that's safe to do. And I also hope that aside from listening to music and oh my gosh, you guys, the Dixie Chicks' new song, it's called Julianne, Calm Down. I've had it on repeat. It has an F-bomb in it, so that offends you, you just need to steer clear, but I love it. Dixie Chicks, I can sing the whole Fly album because I listened to it like every day when I was in college. Anyway, okay, so aside from allowing music to heal us and allowing the poets, who are the lyricists, to heal us with music and the vibrations of the music to heal our souls, particularly now, particularly when both we're mourning a loss of a baby, of a child in our community, and also we are mourning so many injustices that the pandemic is bringing up, and well, not bringing up, but just unveiling and uncovering, and we're becoming more conscious of them. I believe that music helps us. Oh, Bohemian Rhapsody. Me too, I can sing all the lyrics to that. Yep. Mama, ooh. Yeah. And then, so I hope that you're able to delve in and allow yourself to do that singing, because singing is fancy breathing. You know that I say that a lot. Singing is just a fancy way of breathing, and everybody can breathe. Therefore, everybody can sing. And the best kind of singing is off-key. It's a little off-key and a little loud, preferably with the windows down. And I hope that you can get a little exercise today for your serotonin and your endorphins and your self-care. So I'm sending you love. Oh, if I don't sing, I can't breathe, says Tori. Same. And you know, like I know that if I realize that I am not humming around the house, I'm not well. Like for me, humming is a sign of wellness. My kid was taking a video the other day. I don't know what she was taking. She was like making a video of scrambling eggs or something. I don't know. And I was subconsciously humming the whole time. And I've learned that, ooh, if I'm not humming, it means I'm not well. My humming is correlated to my mental and emotional wellness. Oh, and Aurelia says happy hour hit, so which is today at 4, and I'm going to partake, I hope, so assuming all things go well. 4 months to sing again. Yeah. Those are the days. All right, I love you all. I hope you are able to take care of yourselves and allow music to take care of you, and allow the divine mother to take care of you by singing her prehistoric hums in your ear. Bye, guys.